I suppose the argument is, why would anyone want to invest? I mean, no disrespect to Egypt, but in the current environment, so much uncertainty. What have you got to offer?
Uncertainty for sure, and that's now global. But what's very important on our side is that our macroeconomic framework today is more predictable. We've been able to achieve our objectives, and we're trying to couple that, as I mentioned, with structural reform to make it durable. Can we control all the shocks around? No, but we do provide a very good hub for exports to Europe, a very good regional story as well.
When you talk about manufacturing, what are your strengths?
Many of the products that go into final products such as cement, iron, plastics, fruits, vegetables, processed food, many others.
I suppose that if you're doing long-term macroeconomic planning, you want to go up the food chain, don't you?
Absolutely.
That is the goal here.
Yes, as we're moving forward, we want to move from the non-tradable sectors to more tradables, which are across the high value chain.
Let's talk about the outlook, the projections that you've got. Now, this is obviously all things being equal.
All things being equal, 4% by June, which would be this fiscal year, and then as we move for next year, close to 4.5. And this is, again, notwithstanding the headwinds that might come from the protectionism tensions which we're hearing globally.
Those numbers, 4.5%, do they have baked in a certain amount of the current problems?
Yes, absolutely. They do. They do have that counted in. But nonetheless, there's more bases for regional cooperation and also re-exporting to Europe.
This idea of regional cooperation, do you see considerable advantage or prospect for future growth within intra-region? I know everybody wants to do the long-haul stuff, but do you see intra-regional as being low-hanging fruit, if you will?
We have joint economic committees with Jordan, with Iraq. There's a lot of complementarity in terms of our export base to these countries. So this is also something that is very important. Being able to do the transmission of electricity from Egypt to Saudi, from Saudi to the rest of the Gulf is important. Also the cables for the internet through Egypt, through the Red Sea is important. What's happening on the petroleum sector and gas is quite significant. And again, the outlook is one that is based on private-led economic growth, one that is more diversified, and we're trying to do our best to ensure macroeconomic stability continues, coupled with structural reforms which open up our potential.